What's the good old big deal? It's your boy Young and Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing to press that button. Hit that notification bell, because if you ring that bell, I'm going to bring you mail. What's the good old big deal? You already know what time it is. It's Hot Topics with your boy Young and Hefe, man, and we gonna get right into it. So this what brought on me to commentate about this situation is that I was scrolling through YouTube yesterday, and I had ran into some cat that had an interview, and his interview was based on him being in the federal system. You know what I'm saying? He was like a cat with a Spanish and white background. His dad was Spanish, but his mom's was white. So dude speaks on how he grew up, you know what I'm saying, in a small town, farming town, you know, grew up, went to the army, you know what I'm saying, got out of the army, you know what I'm saying, came back to the town of Indiana, I believe. So at that time, I guess, you know, that was doing a pill epidemic out their way, you know what I'm saying? And it was big money in them Oxycontins, you feel me? You know, I did a 10-year sentence behind distributing Oxycontins, you know what I'm saying, in states. So I know what that money looked like. That's big money, you feel me? Millions of dollars type of money, life-changing money on the illegal scale, you feel me? Life-changing money, overnight life-changing money, for sure. Like, you feel me? You see that type of money coming in, bro, like, it's just like, man, homie, like it's monumental. Like, it's just like, I can't even explain the feeling to you. You have to, like, be touching that bread and have that bread in your possession, you feel me? And lose out on that bread and be able to make that bread back without a sweat type money. So I guess dude came home from the army, whatever. You probably had that army pitch and things wasn't working out. What do? He starts selling pills. Catch a federal indictment, go to federal prison. He get to federal prison, he go to one of the spots that's going up, Kentucky. Big Sandy. Big Sandy's a spot known to go up. A lot of high profile individuals up there, you know what I'm saying? Deadly, but it's a structure up there, you know what I'm saying? It's a penitentiary. I want to say that he was saying that the Mexican mafia had governed that yard, but I don't think the Mexican mafia governed that yard, you feel me? See, people get stuff misconstrued. Like, when you hear Mexican mafia or you hear mafia, you just automatically think they run everything or run something, and that don't be like absolute true at all, because you have other cars that'll get deadly. Like, the Mexican mafia is not just some big woo that'll scare you. Like, it's a lot of organizations that get violent and to do volatile things, you know what I'm saying? That's what reason that gives them rings. And, you know, the Mexican mafia has a lot of soldiers, you feel me, that have to do what they tell them to do, and that'll work for them, you know what I'm saying, without cost, because you have to pay them, you know what I'm saying? You paying taxes to them dudes. However, on a yard like Big Sandy, you got about over 300, probably to 400 DC dudes, as well as like Crips, probably 100, 200 Crips, something like that. But them DC dudes is violent dudes, like, you feel me? And they dudes that's like indulge in like activity that we don't indulge in, and on the front of messing with every man, not their whole car, but the majority of them dudes like be messing with man and like be on ass. But although they own that, they'll stab you. Like, it don't take away from like they gangsterism and they violent acts and the knack for them to get violent. So to sum everything up for you, I think that, I don't want to say a low blow, but that was incorrect information. Like, yeah, you know, the Mexican mafia might have more connects, probably, you know, more fedia, you know, more lucci, you know what I'm saying, to have things done and make stuff done in the institution and stuff like that. But them DC dudes is violent. They don't care. They will get on the administration. You know what I'm saying? They're going to handle their business. So, however, he speak about how he went through R&D, you know what I'm saying, and the police came out and was asking the questions they asked. Are you in here for a rape crime, you know what I'm saying, homosexual crime, you know, different things they act, you know what I'm saying, are you PC, did you tell on somebody, because if so, go this way, you know, it's going to be bad for you in the majority, it's going to get bloody, you're going to get stabbed. So, a lot of dudes took the high road, got up out of there, exit left and went to the hole. He was asked if he wanted to go to the hole. He explained he didn't want to go to the hole. So, furthermore, he said the police told him that, oh, you're kind of dark, you got a Spanish last name, you Mexican, I think you should run with the Mexican mafia. Now that just kind of threw me right there, like, run with the Mexican mafia. Like, first you gotta like holler at the essays, the Southsiders, before you can even make it to talk to these dudes. Like, I've seen it firsthand, so it's like, how was he told he gotta holler at the Mexican mafia and was ushered right into the compound and was ushered right to the Mexican mafia? Now, with that being said, I want to elaborate on my first encounter with a black hand or NR Mexican Mafia. So, as everybody else, you know, you only hear stories, you hear Mexican Mafia. When I used to hear Mexican Mafia, I used to think of the Mexican cartel. The Mexican cartel dudes out there, but if I served myself correctly over the years, I've come to find out that the Mexican cartel and the Mexican mafia like really are like two separate things. Like, the Mexican cartel is the cartel. Like, those dudes are really like paisas, like dudes from over there stationed in Mexico, big cartel dudes. You know what I'm saying? And you know they work like the El Chapo types. And then you got the Mexican mafia. Like, you got the like basically who are Southsiders that's set up a government, and these are the higher ranking officials in government. So this is the legislation. This is the government. You feel me? The House, you know what I'm saying, the representatives, you know what I'm saying, the president, you know what I'm saying, things of that sort, you know. That's the setup, you know what I'm saying, the committee, you know what I'm saying, the hands is the committee, you know what I'm saying, to deal you your blow. The hand can't be touched by a regular Southsider, NR, SUR, Sudded, United, Rasa. You know what I'm saying? They can't put their hands on the black hand. Another black hand will have to deal a blow to a hand. If not, you X'd out. As far as in the system, you can't walk without having nothing done to you on a yard that any Southsiders on. So, I was under the wrong impression, you know. It's a lot of hype around the black hand and like who they are, you know what I'm saying. Do they get down? Do they make things happen? Yes. But, let me explain to y'all. The Crips once had a function like that operated like that, the CCOs. You had the Blue Notes. These was like the Crip Mafias. And they operated the same. A lot of people, however you want to slice it and call it, from the La MA to the Northern Mafia, the Nortes, you know what I'm saying? Right now at the time, I can't even think about what they call themselves, but even from they Mafia, a lot of dudes that got their infrastructure from black organizations. A lot of this stuff came from Huey P. Newtons. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff came from the Fred Hamptons. A lot of this stuff came from the Marcus Garveys, you feel me? And our people indoctrinated that. And our people took these things in jail and had militant mind states and stepped and had these infrastructures embodying governments. Over the years, them governments had crumbled to where the black hand, the Mexican Mafia, and the Northern Mafia have kept those teachings intact and are governed by them. Blacks, we don't want to be tied down. Blacks don't like to be tied down. They don't want to be tied down or governed by nothing. Blacks enjoy their free will. They don't want to be under too much of a structure to where they're scrutinized or feel like they don't have no freedom. And you know, I think a lot of that has to do with the Willie Lynch syndrome that's been indoctrinated on our people and somehow have grew in our genetic gene pool and is being taught, have been taught by you from your parents, unbeknownst to them or unconsciously to them from this trauma. So the first time I ran into the black hand, quote unquote, was in Atwater, California, Atwater USP. As y'all know, a lot of the these guys, Black Hands, Monster Cody, CCOs, Blue Notes, Tookies, people of that structure, name, prominence, reputation, couldn't walk the lines. All these people had indeterminate shoes. So, indeterminate shoes are over with in the state. It's been ruled, laws have been passed to let these people out the hole. A lot of these Mexican mafia dudes, Black Hands dudes that have been let out the hole in these state prisons have had charges filed on them and had cases brought upon them to furthermore move them from that indeterminate shoe to a federal prison because they don't want them walking on the state line. They feel like that's too much power in the population on the state line, so we'd rather just put y'all over there in the federal prison. And that's where they've been sending a lot of them dudes at. And even beforehand, them dudes was walking federal prison yards, you know what I'm saying, catching federal cases and stuff like that. But a lot of them dudes came from indeterminate shoes to federal prisons. So my first time running into one was at Atwater, California. I was in a unit with him, and you know, he was an older dude, and they used to have a crazy security detail on this dude, about like 10 dudes, 7 to 10 dudes, like outside this dude's cell, congregating around his cell, you know what I'm saying, on stand, on guard, while he's in the cell sleep all day. Now, it's crazy that it's indoctrinated and programmed on you to be on like 7 to 10, 10 to 10, or whatever, how the yard operating this program hours, program time, you know what I'm saying, bust down time. It ain't no bust down time or program time for no Mexican mafia, man. He can sleep at his will, man. He be in the cell all day sleep if that's what he want. And you better stand guard until count time, until them doors is locked. Police don't bother them. You know, they want to come around, they want to do count looking cells and count everybody. You know, they just do a brief look and keep moving, you know what I'm saying? They show respect. So this dude used to get up sometimes after he had his long naps and sleep, and he'd want to come out in the day room, you know what I'm saying, and play poker and play cards, and all of it was free money because they got to pay taxes. It was all on their dime. And even when he was sitting at the poker table, he got 4 or 5 dudes standing, two dudes right here on the side, 2 dudes behind him, and a dude behind him, type situation. And I just used to be looking, and I kind of found it kind of funny, but I guess it was showing it was a statement shit of power. Like, you know, ain't nothing gonna happen to him. We can't let nothing happen to him. And if something did happen to him, that'd be everybody ass that was involved in that unit or that was keeping security detail on him. Everybody's in trouble. You gotta sacrifice your life for this dude. And that was the first time I was like, okay, whoa. But you know, me spectating, I'm really watching and I'm observing by nature, so it would rub me the wrong way if I was a Southsider, like, who the hell? And don't get it wrong. You always got people out here saying nobody bigger than the program, or you have dudes or G's that came before you that feel like that what they can do, you can't do. But for me, that was like a showcase of weakness. It was a showcase of power, but it was a showcase of weakness because, all right, you showing this power, you wielding this power. I guess you gained this power like through the years, probably. I don't know if it was through stabbings or killings or, however they get their rank. I'm pretty sure, it's putting in work for sure. You know what I'm saying? But I've seen one that bought his way in, one named Bobby, that had long money, had big money. He bought his way in to being a hand. He was a young hand on a Victorville yard, USP, but that's another story for another time. So, how you get to sleep all day, take these long naps, but we on program time. We better be busting down, doing what we supposed to do, but you can sleep in there and got security detail and guards at your door and got your spies and spiders around there that just come back and report to you and tell you what you need to know, but you not doing no busting down, no working out, or nothing. You just collecting our money. And another thing, a lot of them guys like to indulge in heroin. A lot of them dudes got a heroin addict problem. So it's like, you get to sleep all day, taking taxes from us, living off our dime, you and your family. And we have all these rules and regulations that we have to follow. But at one time, the hand followed these same rules and regulations. Reason why he's sitting up here in stature and prominence and get to sit on his ass and don't be judged and don't have to do nothing but collect. You know what I'm saying? I guess he put in that hard work and determination. But me as a man coming up in any organization, I want to be the best and the top of my class. So me on the outside looking in, me knowing that I'm one of these dudes and I'm going to be here one day, I will still feel some type of way. As one coming up, still busting down, still, you know what I'm saying, whatever, not too black, too strong, but whatever they chant, they brown pride, or, whatever Aztec things they chant, that I'm paying money to you, and I'm keeping security detail on you, and you doing heroin, you losing our money at these poker tables, and we just got to sit there and watch that. That's what I never understood about their dynamics. So, as I was hearing stories and furthermore running into other black hands, I was seeing that was all they programs. I probably only seen really one that was like still like an older dude that was busting down trying to like get his little change in. But the majority of them just like drunk on power. Do heroin all day, nodding with a security detail, in a cell, sleep all day. Got maids, got waitresses, everybody doing everything for them. Police running for them. It was just crazy. It was like I couldn't grasp the dynamics to understand. So my first time coming face to face with one and having a conversation with one was when I was in MDC, LA, Metropolitan Center. I was in MDC, so I was on 7 North, I believe. It was on 7 North or 7 South. I think I was on 7 South. I'm on 7 South. 7 North, anybody that was an MDC, LA federal spot. No, 7 North, a lot of those dudes that was black hands, it was like 5 black hands in one unit. That was 7 North. All those dudes had came from the state on different cases. And then you had one black hand on my side, which was in 7 South. He was the senior head black hand. That was like over all the black hands. Like, they all had their own selective power, but he was the big dog. He was the longest hand standing out of all those hands that was around him. And if I served myself correct, dude name was Mike. Older Mexican dude, short, brown, bald head, big push broom mustache. Before Mike came to that floor, I was on that floor before Mike came there. It was a cool relationship, a respectful relationship between the Southsiders and the Crips. When Mike came down to the floor, they try to dictate and shift and balance as if they had some power that we was immune to or wasn't gonna test. As soon as Mike get down there, you start seeing them straighten up. They start dealing with you less and less. They real serious. The lackluster slack you once seen is now gone. I don't got a problem with it. I know how they get down. I ain't gonna give them a chance to snake me. I'm serious with them off back. You know, they know. They see me. Oh yeah, man, why he rarely smile? You know what I'm saying? He rarely jokes. You know what I'm saying? He's serious. You know, I'm one of them people that it's a target on me off back because I'm big in size. I bust down. I can do every exercise. And I'm quiet. I rarely talk. I'm real red. They looking at you getting mail. They looking at the literature you getting, and they just looking at how you program. So I know I'm a target off back. So although I got these mitts, you know, I'm staying with some steel, something long. You know what I'm saying? You got to bring it how they gonna try to bring it. Might come down there. You see how they start changing up. So the first move they make, the Southsiders, they got a bad habit at testing the waters and seeing what they can get away with. So they will poke and do something to see what is your reaction. Is you gonna trip? Or is you gonna act like you don't see it because the dynamics of how many people they got behind them and running with them. If you check it and it's a firm check and you standing on it, 9 times out of 10, more than likely, you're not gonna go to war with them. Unless you just like a small peanut number, so they like it, we about to wipe them out. But if, let's just say, if it was like 40 against 70, and you stay up firm, and they know that y'all on that business about that business, they not gonna risk the war. But if it was like something like 15, 20, they probably would just be like, man, we about to get on, we about to smash them. So they like testing the water, see what they can get away with. Is you gonna react or is you gonna act like you didn't see it? So in MDC LA, they used to have microwaves and they used to have ovens. They took the microwaves out, they took the ovens out, to where now all you have is a either a stinger in the cell. Somebody can put a stinger together or something. You put the metal plates together, put the wiring on there, you put it in the socket, you know what I'm saying? You know, the electricity in the water, you know, creates a boiling sensation. Either you got that, or they got the 190 hot pots, like LA County Jail. Got the 190 hot pots. You know, on the 190 hot pot that's on the wall, it got the top that comes off of it. It's a metal thing, it's like a little metal, aluminum, and metal box, and it got the top, square top that come off of it. So in jail, you know, everything is territorial. But this 190 hot pot, this is for the unit. This is for everybody. This is not nothing you can be territorial over. Everybody uses this. They get the clever idea to unscrew and wedge the metal square top off of the hot pot. They take it to their room, fake take it to their room, act like they frying on it, like they trying to, you know what I'm saying, fry like some tostados, you know what I'm saying, or whatever little situation they was making. They do that. But that was just a smoke screen for whoever seen them take it. They said like, oh yeah, you know, they was cooking on it, blah, 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 you feel me? For you to get out their business, not to really see what they was really on. They cook on it. After they cook on it, they never bring it back. So when they never bring it back, they start figuring out, or how long did they have before somebody would figure out it was missing, or would somebody say something about it being missing before they can bust it down and make some good knife objects about it. One day, I never even seen them took it or knew it was missing. One day, bam, I'm walking to the hot pot. Go get some hot water, you know what I'm saying, for this coffee. I see the steam coming up. So when I see the steam coming up, I look up top like, damn, where the metal box at? So I'm looking around in the area for it, looking around. There's nowhere to be found. I go ask a few of the trustees and people in the dorm. Nobody seen it. Ask around a few other people. Bam. The information finally get dropped on me. Hey, man, yesterday, them dudes that took it off top of the thing and went upstairs right there to that cell right there, and it was cooking. I remember yesterday smelling the fire, like, oh yeah, it smelled good up in here, you know what I'm saying? They frying some stuff. Bam. That information get dropped on me. What I do? Beeline right to the Southsiders. Holler at they rep. He was from Pomona. The Southsider dude was from Pomona. The Southsider dude that was their rep was from Pomona. It was him and his brother. It was from some hood. I don't know. It was ghetto something. I don't know if it was ghetto boys out there. It was something. They was from a Pomona hood. They was two brothers. The Black Hand, he was the OG from Pomona, Mike. I pull up on them. Pomona dude. Hey, bro, what's up? Look. We been trying to keep it respectful, bro. We not even about to play this game, bro. That thing off the hot pot, bro, is missing, bro. That's a common area, bro. That's for everybody. Everybody in here use that. Y'all risking the police coming in here, hitting the dorm. If they find out that's missing. Furthermore, bro, ain't nobody stupid. Y'all can't use it for a fryer. You know, we didn't say nothing yesterday. But furthermore, being that it ain't put back, we ain't smelled no food cooking. It's like y'all trying to make objects out of it, bro. And that's like kind of like a stance, bro, of war and of tension, bro. And if that's what we own, bro, then like we can just like, bro, just get right to it. Oh, no, hold on, G, you know, man, look, I'm gonna go figure it out, bro. I'm like, and I'm just telling you, I already know what cell it was in. It was up there, all that, so we ain't even gotta play the game. Man, look, I got you, G. So he fixated, fixed that. Bam. So later on that day, Black Hand, he come out. I'm out there on the little outside yard. So if you've been in MDCLA, they got the unit is inside, but they got a outside basketball court. So I'm out there on the little court because that's where you get your first breeze at, get to feel that downtown LA breeze, I'm saying, coming through them gates, I'm saying, and get to look at the sky and things like that. He walk out there, got a security detail out there. He come out there, Mike, he doing his little stretches and things like that. So he sat probably about 5 feet away from me. I don't say nothing to him. We never talk. So he out there, he stretched. He looked my way a couple times. You know, I'm looking at him. I got a stern look. You know, I don't care about none of that. You feel me? Respectfully. He like, hey, what's up? Looking like, what's happening with it? Like, what's your name? Like, bro, I'm Ant. Bro, I'm Young Ant from A-Trey Gangster, bro. Okay, boy, Mike. You know what I'm saying, woo. He's tell me, Mike, you know what I'm saying, Pomona, woo, all right, for sure. He's like, yeah, I be seeing you, woo. I'm like, yeah, I be seeing you too, you feel me? You know what I'm saying, I'm like, hey, I wanted to holler at you. He like, yeah, you know, I wanted to holler at you too, man. You know, my folks told me about the little situation earlier. So I explained to him, like, yeah, man, since you moved down here, I understand how they gotta move, you know, a little security detail and stuff like that. But, you know, with them touching stuff in common areas, cutting on stuff in common areas and taking it, you know, that's like a stance of war, you know, or a stance of that is tension. It shouldn't be any tension because you came down to this floor, unless you just own that. So he furthermore let me know that everything was good. Like, no, you know, he gonna get at his people that he didn't authorize that you know, that was just done. But, you know, the thing was back. It was burnt a little bit, but, you know, furthermore, it was back. You know, he had his people put it back, you know, and furthermore, it wasn't no tension. Everything was good, you know. Everything was everything. So that was my first encounter and run-in with the Black Hand. Now, another thing about this Black Hand, Mike was treacherous, bro. Like, I ain't gonna even lie, Mike was treacherous, bro. Like, if you did anything wrong on that floor, and you had to get DP'd or something happened to you, you was getting stabbed up. Mike wasn't playing no games. Like, you was getting stabbed. They DPs was stabs. You got to go in the room. You can't even fight back. Like, somebody got to hit you a few times, and one of them went wrong. Somebody died. And I ended up falling back on Mike. And I ended up taking Mike up out of there when that happened and putting him back up in the shoe. I was trying to place a case on Mike, murder. But being that all this is on camera, who went in and out that cell, they couldn't even put the murder on Mike. You know what I'm saying? He fought it, beat it, got out the hole, let him come back to the floor. Another thing, those dudes had too much money and power, and they were never getting up out of jail. So you know what they used to do? A lot of these dudes had young girlfriends, man, young, bad Latina broads, you feel me? Putting that kid on them, putting that ass on them, putting them titties on them. They used to have them come right downtown to Alameda, shake their booty, play loud mariachi band music. They used to hire mariachi bands, had them down there on Alameda playing music. You know what I'm saying? Having strippers come out there right there on the street, shaking booty on their birthdays and all type of stuff. These dudes just had so much power and money, and they wasn't getting out of jail, and that's just how they spent their money. Spent their money on young broads, fixing them up, young broads that they probably had never touched and never even have sex with. But this was their broads, and these broads was running for them and doing everything that they needed done because this was the big dog, and this is their culture, and they had to follow them lines and rules and regulations. So that's what I wanted to share with y'all. It's your boy Young and Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe and run this channel up and run them numbers up. Make sure you hit that notification bell so when you ring that bell, I'm gonna bring you mail.